Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come.
What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and I am back with another video. Ladies and gentlemen, E3 2017. Damn, dog. I'm bugging out, right? Sorry. Listen. I've been doing a lot of videos. I literally recorded probably about 8 videos. You know what I mean? We're gonna come back today and do the BGST live on my channel. I guess from Sony. We're gonna do the after show on Craft's channel. Yada yada. You know what I mean? But I did something yesterday. Broadband Brothers. If you didn't see it, check it out. My man Porter Rock came up there. I called him Lenny the Latino and lost his mind. Funny show, though. Very funny. Porter Rock, my man. Shout out to that dude, though. But I was just asking, sitting back, different perspectives of what people think about Microsoft E3. And I've been seeing a lot of some Xbox guys, weren't really bored. They didn't really care for Microsoft's E3, and so I went back and I watched it. Because me personally, like I said, overall, I liked it. I knew what I wanted to see going in there, and I've always said that I wanted to see the Scorpio. I wanted to see the games running on it, or whatever the case may be. I want to have graphics that make my face melt. Right? And listen, if you guys have been with me from day one or whatever, I've always told you guys that I would rather play a AAA multiplat than a subpar exclusive. People look at me as I'm not what you call your typical Xbox fan. Hear me out. I'm not a big Halo guy, I'm not. I don't care for Forza Motorsport. I don't like simulation racers. What made me an Xbox fan was Jade Empire and Fable, you know what I mean? I'm not saying I was the biggest guy on RPGs. I didn't like that turn-based stuff, but to me, those would transcended the whole RPG thing. You know what I mean? In the 6th generation, you know what I mean? And this one kind of Japan started getting a little left behind. You know what I mean? Fable made me an Xbox fan. Then Xbox Live and all that stuff just sealed the deal for me. You know what I mean? So I wanted to see the big multiplats. You know what I mean? That I was really excited for this holiday season. I said maybe I might try to get into Destiny. Star Wars Battlefront, of course, I love that because I like third-person shooters. I can't wait to see that running on the Scorpio. And, Assassin's Creed to me looked great. You had the Metro. And I don't even like I said, too many first-person games, but that was beautiful. You literally saw the bugs on top of the grass. And I was like, yes. And you had the Anthem, the last game, you know what I mean, at the end of the show. The 4K HDR and what the Scorpio was giving me. And what they delivered, what I wanted was, not only was I getting 4K resolution, because you guys, I said, resolution's not really a big deal to me. My TV or whatever is going to upscale. I already have an Xbox One S that upscales, but we getting the 4K assets, the textures and stuff, like the PC. Better graphics, you know what I mean? I bought the Pro because I thought I was going to get better graphics, and that wasn't the case. I just got a higher resolution, okay? So I was fine. Microsoft had showed about 44 games, 42 games. 22 of those was exclusive. People were saying a lot of those were indies. Those didn't start to become indies until it said ID at Xbox. You know what I mean? That's when those became indies. Those were the indies. But before then, what they were showing, like I said, they showed 22, whether, console exclusives or whatever. I'm not talking about PC, I'm just talking about consoles, those were only on Xbox. And even Ori and the Blind Forest 2. I didn't play the first one. I heard it was kind of hard. I might get and pick it up, but I'm a graphics guy, man. Looked amazing, you know what I mean? So I'm sold, you know. A lot of people were disappointed. They didn't like it because of the price, and I don't know what these guys want. Same people complaining about $500 for the Pro. I'm sorry, for the Scorpio or the Xbox One S. Didn't have a problem going out there paying $500 for Sony's PlayStation VR, like literally. And I told people this, and whether they believe me, if you guys are new, I get a lot of crap here, you know what I mean? But I've given you guys, not my opinion, I've given you guys facts over the years, a lot. Whether you choose to admit them or not, I told you guys months before these consoles were announced, from Sony and from Microsoft, before NeoGAF, before the Kotaku. At least I say about 2 months before then, I said these new consoles were coming, and everybody thought I was crazy. I told you guys before Microsoft even announced the Scorpio that it will be out in 2017 holiday, 2017, and it's going to be $499. If you go back to my videos, you can see it there. I even had a bet live with a couple people on Twitter that if the Scorpio's not $499 when it comes out next year, that I'll shave my hair off live on air. The reason why, because since I've been doing this, I tell you guys all the time, I met people within, the gaming industry. I became good friends with them, you know what I mean? But that's not what this video is about. But again, I like what I saw. I know what I wanted going in. I don't like Sea of Thieves. I don't like Rare. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking those that like it. You know what I mean? So I'm saying I'm not oh, you just damage control because you're an Xbox. A lot of this shit that they make, I don't care for it. I don't like Rare. I don't like, I don't like it. I didn't like Sea of Thieves. It's not my thing, right? So, so people say, you're just damn. No, I like what I like. I've been very critical of Microsoft in the past. You know what I mean? Listen, you know what's crazy? I started this movement about, and everybody's jumping on it, right? Like, I don't ever get credit for any of this. I started this movement about right after Phil canceled Fable Legends. And I did a video, right? And I said that the Xbox is not in a good place because if you go back, and I give proof. Like I said, I'm not a new Xbox guy. I've been here since day one. I was an Xbox Live beta test. Look at my gamer tag. Look at this one gamer tag here. Zaire. Look how many years. I've been here since day one. Got the Xbox in 2001. Been on Xbox Live since November 2002. November or December, whatever. No, I was a beta tested, but I went away for a little while. Long story, but came back to everything. But December, November, I was there, right? So anyway, as I was saying, right? You know what I mean? And I said that Microsoft's not in a good place. If you look at all the exclusives they had in the OG Xbox, whether it was Midtown Madness, Reckless, Crimson Strike, Mech Assault, and all that stuff, Otogi, they had a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? Buffy the Vampire Slayer, all these great games. And even at the start of the generation with the 360, the Perfect Darks, the cameos. I didn't keep a Perfect Dark or a cameo. I'm just giving you guys Chrome House, giving you guys an example. DOA 4 and all this stuff. And to now, and when I say this, whenever a lot of people hit, I understand we got the Sunset Overdrive, the Rise, and all that stuff. But with the Xbox, you're guaranteed to get a Gears, a Fable, and a Forza. No, not even Fable. Gears, Forza, and Halo. Now Fable's gone. Fable's my favorite Xbox franchise. You know what I mean? That's what you're guaranteed to get. And I said it's not in a healthy space. You know what I mean? And then when I told guys, you know what I mean, well, at least, and I didn't understand how a lot of Xbox, I guess fanboys are fanboys. And I am a fanboy, but I'm honest, with the damage control. Well, Phil don't have to show games that are coming 5 years out, and besides Sony keep pushing the game back is not the problem, a delay. The problem comes when you start to cancel them. Two big things. Like I was very critical of Phantom Dust, because you had a company working on a next generation version, and then you give us this, even though it's free, but I playing the game with the original assets. It's not anymore. Like nah. If you want the game to build, they should have paid the company maybe $2 million. They could have put make it a mobile, or how they were going to do it, a service, but they at least should have gave us some next generation graphics. I wasn't happy with the full Phantom Dust thing. You know what I mean? But again, so like I said, I've been very critical of Microsoft in the past. Called them out. But I like the E3. You know what I mean? I told you guys with that $400 stuff, you're setting yourself up for failure. Now they didn't come from me. They started in the Xbox side. They're gonna release it at $399. They're gonna drop no. This console is $500. You get 4K 60 frames a second, HDR, 4K 60 gameplay recording. Like, come on, like you all, you know what I mean? Like, you guys are bugging. We paid $500 in 2013 for the Xbox One. I paid $400 last summer for the Xbox One S with a 2 terabyte hard drive. And I remember them guys arguing me down, well, you're paying $400 because of the 2 terabyte hard drive. The hard drives are cheap. What are you talking about? This technology been around for 100 years. Like, you're bugging. Like, come on. Like, listen, one thing about me, I'm a realist, man. But, again, I like the show. I like what I saw. They came with a bunch of games, different games. You guys said they didn't have any Japanese support. They gave you that. You're still complaining. So, they damned if they do, damned if they don't. Sign me up. I can't wait to get my Scorpio, and I'm going to be there. I'm going to be rocking. Better graphics. It is what it is. And as I always say, bang, bang. Damn, double hoop. I'm bugging out. I like the show. I like big butts, and I like the show, man. I'm happy. You know what I mean? Xbox One X. Damn, double. I'm bugging out. It is what it is, man. Rate, comment, subscribe. Yeah.